Now, shocking to know, Kevin Taylor kaya the masisi no ho especially because of some maybe okay about oil Samujan home. You know, over a period, the Samujan joined the campaign of oil Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the vice president. Now I don't know, as some not there because Ophile there, Dr. Bawumia to me and Kofu beats the mouse or support Nanshe, former president John Domani, my uncle Eman. This time around, I Avram Moshe, what from here for my from Kuska. So I did be a pede, Edward who they will a pede advertisement at more, Bomazana from a number. Now, Bomazana friend. Na yen hwe video na ewia yen check na adjo comment section.
Kevin Taylor say was starting as a sports journalist. Mama ne hu say wanyer ne research and obet na wakasa ye no. O si asamuaja ne share hat-trick da. There be asamuaja na wa share hat-trick da. Wa share da. Obabubo team asamuaja boy. Video ye for asamuaja ho no. E pure hatred Kevin Taylor. You just hate the guy because wako Johnny Bawumia. Stop that. Or when people da. And so what? Kevin, also yen people ni. Also, we MPP ni says ya wo Mahama ho. That make you say winning nyansana. You are very intelligent. Oh, joining to wako joining Mahama. Oh, being so be joining Bawumia. Adana wa attack Samuaja nye legend.
Asamoah no call MPP yende. Asamoah dada nya MPP. Into what is the big deal? We are questioning Asamoah the way the media is hyping Asamoah unnecessarily. Saying Asamoah is a legend. What makes him a legend? Asamoah in board Champions League da. Europa Cup on Bobby da. Asamoah on board club championship da. Asamoah on board any first class team in the world da. Asamoah hat-trick kronche bi da. Asamoah on board cup Champions League on Bobby da. Asamoah on board wabo we are seeing na Ghana World Cup and we just 5 goals and 6 goals. And then say ACM one Muntari and 7 appear man man pass koshe. Abedi Pele UEFA Champions League waje baako opeja Champions League UEFA. Abedi Pele. Abedi Kwenka so a legend. Akoi ni nam Ghana. Or pam up and down and I'm grum said yeah a tosha the took can quite some mentano but me mamu records no Sule Muntari when you had the champions on my D Sule ni tornado mo want to peja Samoja and I'm Ghana and some Hunu Odi. Come and prove to Ghanaians why you think this is rubbish. Foolish boy. Or somebody became popular for wasting a glorious opportunity for Ghana to go into the semi-finals. And I'm also sorry so. Asamoah became popular after wasting that chance. In painful team also penalty to Chine. Asamoah ne popularity a negative popularity.
Avram Moshe send a very strong message at the Ama Kevin Taylor. Our Kikana dream the channel.
You are just attacking the guy. Obia baby dance here. After na mo amoba so a moya Avram. Who are you to talk about Kevin no? Avram say why you din? Kevin you who quite so attack you for no reason. And some of kafa Samuaja mistakes in kwam. Well, obey no one will be a war doctor John Dramani Mahama. Na dia wo ye ni to your time. You don't do this. The catch them will say, even and make a suffer we say Ghana for Chini Jonas ye, Chini Jonas ye. Why your video credit in the mammy atem? Kenny Jonas, ne mammy or baby, I say. Why your video did in the mammy atem? You don't do that. Nipa ye mistake, I won't can't no. No more so the palaces are Kenny Jonas a video, ne mammy or won't baby, I say. Send a mammy a quasia. I didn't hear because people are telling him, say, now we're trying to do mammy atem. We're trying to do mammy or what them to a bit in the mammy atem. Not Ghana phones, I remember my yellow. Oh, maybe I didn't go through. Tiambra Samuajan start, or Sia Samuajan. Young for facts and bra to mathematical facts and ever. When you part out, mini academy, as Samuel John was your ball or Sunderland and Okobo of his Sunderland or Udinese, there be why, or the kind ball Modena, or bo Modena, no Kobo Udinese. As Samuel John free Udinese, no, and Okobo, Renis, until any goes I wash it with him, Nana Dante, why, And Samuel John, young Cody say, my friend to TikTok for say Musumu, wow, see, many are having the facts and I'm a dear by why? Legend, no, me who saw Samuel John, I'm a oil campaign say, Ghana and Pamuchamunya be legend, why? Dear way, no, a pure hatred, why? Auntie, as Samuel John. Free Renis, no, and of course Sunderland. Why? Any? Hana metro adia Samuajan ya Cristiano Ronaldo mu nyina asuan. Why? Enti Samuajan e ko Sunderland no. aha one na team sakese ni hia no but obu go so okoshe also she Chelsea se Manchester Samuajan or she Manchester se Chelsea aha na team sakese ni pe no one na Samuajan hu se da bi ne nan ya Samuajan na ne nan yo ento hu se wan kopesi kan behwe busia wo kom wo fie na Samuajan wo ti do hu no kwasha Arab mem na manfo di natam say die nti na wakobo Arab League e die na no ko Al Ain ofi ho no e na oko Shanghai port ofri Shanghai port no ono ko osaba Arab Shabab Al Ali e na ko Kaisersport e na okobo Northeast United nti Asamoah no or the football ni ye business e kransa Cristiano Ronaldo mbe hu say na wo pai fa Arab memu abenya kwens but you dey you wan kobo Arab League enti Asamoah hu say no coffee only bomobaye or come wo fie into another football ni business afei mamento the reason why or ye legend why neighbor anyway Asamoah set a record of football mu na nsan na Cristiano Ronaldo breaki ba cha wote now player Messi kura kan ho asem Asamoah ni bobo papa strike or say ni metwen strike or ni metwen oh Asamoah oh bobo hwe go no de say England no mo refi go no de say England oh ye England defenders say the yemma aza mo refi Ghana ni England friendly match England defenders John Terry mo or yobo ti so no wo mo chow baby jet oh you know akosaka wa tell say yes football na entertainment Asamoah any player won 9 consecutive tournaments and what she go ni na 9 consecutive major tournaments out of twat 26 World Cup chow some ball fastest goal can or by 2008 African Cup of Nations a chow not the boy 2010 African Cup of Nations chow go World Cup 2010 or the Tottenham 2012 African Cup or the Tomb 2013 African Cup or go 2014 World Cup or the Tomb 2015 2017 African Cup of Nations chow not the 2019 Nansenya na Cristiano Ronaldo breaki aza Neba ni football record ni via no matter ya bano building Ghana businesses Asamoah ye bie Kevin Taylor be chere adwuma we bie o Ghana don't do that me Avram bin Moshe amete akwa be nipa 2 na ko US me boho me ko tu boho am ekrase Kevin ye bibi ma Ghana na Asamoah na ye bi stop the hate man bro the same thing of that Lumba but you did that Lumba attempt for no reason say wa kwabo nyama MPP ayo mo adwuma o anyum na adwuma musicians no moti wono musicians na yomo adwuma enti Shatawale owo hwei se nanado ba se jisika na bo nyoma me a Shatawale nye onye MPP ni but obeye nyoma no waji ni sika one work on Stone Boy ti wei na party bia ba so onye nyoma Stone Boy si na we pa cho menye saka
we defaulted on our loan and that it has never happened. I have with me a letter here dated February 18, 2025 from the Africa Development Bank and was addressed to Samuel D. Amiel, Director, Debt Management Division, Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning. Subject, application of sanctions, arrears on bills due on 1st January 2015. And it reads.
No, so is that February 18? What's the date?
The letter is dated February 18, 2015.
Yeah, okay, earlier you said 2025, so...
Not 2015.
Okay.
And it reads, we wish to inform you that as of today, we have not received full payment in respect of bank group bills as per the attached arrears report. Therefore, and in accordance with the bank group policy on loan arrears recovery, we wish to inform you that sanctions have been imposed on 1st February 2015. We could count on your prompt action for the timely settlement of the amounts due to enable the lifting of sanctions. So in 2015, under Mahama, we defaulted on our loan obligations to Africa Development Bank. I'm not sure 2015 to now is up to 40 years. So he lied. Number 2, he said Baumia is a chronic liar and therefore lacks the credibility to be president. And I think that as somebody who is passionately advocating for Mahama, he should be the last person to use the word credibility, especially on matters bordering corruption. Mr. Mahama is the only politician I know at the highest level who is incurably corrupt and visionless. There's absolutely no doubt about that.
Based
And I'll
what?
substantiate that.
Substantiate that.
In February 2009, at least according to the Federal Court report on the matter of the infamous Airbus scandal, the court established conclusively that Mr. Mahama, as early as February 2009, was in constant email conversations with officials of Airbus. Alfred, we've all read the Crown's report, the decision in France, and that of the US. And we have also listed, after a series of investigation by the special prosecutor, that it was established clearly that Mr. Mahama was the man designated as government official one. And you know how it is? It was this man who used his brother, named as intermediary 5, to receive bribes worth $8 million through a funny company registered in Spain. And that funny company took $3 million out of the money and remitted over $5 million to Mr. Mahama. It was not just a matter of the Airbus. And indeed, if we were in a democratic culture that works efficiently, Mr. Mahama should not be leading any political party into any election. This is a man whose reputation as a corrupt man is known locally and internationally. In fact, in a BBC interview, he was asked clearly, have you ever received bribes? He dilly-dallied and said and posed a counter question, whether as human being or as president. When Dr. Baumia spoke at UPSC, he proudly declared as human being and as vice president that he is not corrupt. Indeed, civil society leaders, and I'm going to give you an example. The executive director of Media Foundation has expressed an opinion on these two key individuals in our politics. First, in the case of Mr. Mahama on the Airbus.
Are you talking about Suleiman
Abrema? When he was interviewed on Joy FM.
When?
After the news, the scandal broke out. He was interviewed on Joy FM.
Which scandal?
The Airbus scandal. I'm coming. So he was asked. Then he said that at the time of the scandal, the only elected official on the Armed Forces Council was Mr. John Dramani Mahama. And he was convinced that the court referred to Mr. Mahama. In the Charles Eduboahin's case, this same man expressed the view that as far as Dr. Baumia is concerned, he is reputed as a man who is incorruptible. This is an individual expressing his views about two individuals. Alfred, for the first time in the history of our nation, that a sitting president, according to an attorney general, contemplated investigating Mr. Mahama for corruption allegations in the pictures of the Embraer jets from Brazil. It has never happened. Indeed, President Mills, according to Martin Amidu, went on to set up a 3-member committee to look into the procurement acquisition which Mr. Mahama championed. So as far as Mr. Mahama's integrity is concerned, he should not be seeking political office. As for what was said by Team Dufour in their petition to their General Secretary, out of deference for the office he once occupied and respect for, I will not read that. But when we are talking about a man who lacks credibility, Alfred, between a man who is perceived as being a liar and a man who has a reputation of being corrupt, in 2009, in the British House of Commons, an MP named John Dramani Mahama of having received bribes from the Amajaro company. You remember the Amajaro cocoa scandal? Mr. Mahama was named in the British House of Commons for having received bribes. Such is the character that Sami is passionately defending as a man of integrity. Such is between the two individuals, I would, and Mr. Pebo said that he kept referring to Socrates. If he has read the treatise of Sacred well and is clearly convinced by between the two individuals, we know the one who desires public resource. Mr. Mahama has demonstrated time and again. Before he exited office, it's public knowledge, he gave over 50% of our bauxite to his biological brother. When we came, we terminated the contract.
Many people want to support us. Nabina wakadama mesede. Na one check down obo tanks bi wo. Obobo mehu all certain amount bi apeditua. Ebohu euros, ebohu pounds. Mebe fe bia no so slow or as high bia. Ni wia bomazena cost buy and send ho no. Buy and send is me atwane kakra. E twene kakra ma so process ni nyina na so wia. Ebohu da obo bring up drop down menu bia ebotum ne choose the payment method they pay choose. Ni wia ni nyina na wa iska. Thank you for supporting us. Ya mention bebre.